Alrighty, hey guys, Stan the Man here. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be continuing our countdown to WrestleMania 41, which is taking place in Las Vegas. And the WrestleMania that we're going to be reviewing today is WrestleMania 34. This was all the way back in 2018 in Louisiana at the Superdome. And actually not this coming up WrestleMania, but next year it's actually going to be here again, hosting WrestleMania 42. But, and I'm hoping to hopefully try and go to that one, but you know how that is. We'll see what happens with ticket prices and everything. But, yeah guys, so without any further ado, let's get right into this. Now, the first match I'm going to start off with is Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey taking on Stephanie McMahon and Triple H. Now, I think they did a decent job storytelling. They let Ronda Rousey shine and Kurt Angle, because, you know, this was Kurt Angle's first WrestleMania match, and let's face it, he didn't have many left after that, but, you know, a lot of it was, you know, Triple H and Stephanie just running and controlling whatever they want, but, you know, Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle on a team, you know, that's an absolutely insane team, and I remember the match itself. The reactions for it was really good. You know, Stephanie, of course, didn't put much play into it, but, you know, she's the $1 billion princess, so everyone likes to watch her get hurt, especially by someone like Ronda Rousey. But I remember in the match, too, where Ronda Rousey picked up Triple H, like 250-pound dude, and hit him with the freaking Piper's Pit and all that. It was really good, and the crowd really reacted to it. I remember even Dana White was there, the UFC owner, when Ronda Rousey was there. And, you know, of course, the two won the match. It was a pretty good match. Ended up being a very good match. But, you know, it wasn't anything too special, but it was just really cool. I guess for Ronda Rousey to make a debut WrestleMania match, that was the better way to go. But, I mean, because we find out later that Ronda really isn't the best wrestler when it comes to entertainment-wise, so it was good to have Kurt Angle in there as well. But next we have AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, I remember Shinsuke Nakamura won the Royal Rumble that year, so we got to face AJ for the WWE Championship. Now, honestly, I don't remember exactly too much about the story, but I know the history. Basically, I know in Japan, AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura had so many classic, amazing matches. I believe they even had good matches in TNA as well. They were both there. So, it felt like a good moment to let the WWE audience finally see that match. And the match was honestly, really, really good match. These two definitely put on one of the best matches on the card that night, but of course, AJ Styles ends up winning and retaining his WWE Championship, which kind of stinks. You know, they make it to the end where they're about to do the handshake. It was a good match, and Nakamura hits AJ Styles with the low blow. But, you know, unfortunately, everybody knows Shinsuke Nakamura, definitely one of the best Japanese wrestlers. But even to this day, they've never been able to capitalize on him. That was the closest Shinsuke was ever to a WWE Championship, and it just didn't work out for him. Even when Seth Rollins was the world champion, Seth beat Nakamura in a last man standing match. Didn't hear shit from him after that. He did this new gimmick somewhat, where he was the United States champion. He's not holding that anymore. I think his contract was coming up, or is going to be. I think, unfortunately, he's going to go. Feel like there's just not much for him left here anymore, unfortunately. But, you know, the match itself was good, but I just find it a shame when the Royal Rumble winner just loses at WrestleMania. It's almost like I bitch about the Money in the Bank all the time on here. I feel like almost the Royal Rumble is somewhat losing its value as well. But that's just me. And finally, last but not least, we have Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Universal Championship against Roman Reigns. Now, basically, everyone wanted to see this match again because at WrestleMania 31, Seth Rollins cashed in the main event match of Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns. So they never got to finish their match. I remember there was so much, heinous attacks. I remember Roman Reigns was handcuffed and Brock Lesnar came and attacked him. Paul Heyman spraying, mace or some shit in his face. It's really funny looking back at that now, seeing how Paul Heyman's been in Roman Reigns' corner for all these years being his wise man. But, yeah, nonetheless, we make it there. But the problem is, no fans wanted to see this match again, apparently. Again, guys, the Roman Reigns hate was just so bad. They were chanting CM Punk during the match. Boring. They were chanting it was just so hard to really even focus. Like always, Roman Reigns was getting his ass kicked. I remember the spot where Brock Lesnar F5s Roman through the table. And I remember Roman cuts his head and he gets super, super, super bloody. He hits a few spears and shit like that. The blood was making it look personal and that. But in the end, he gets F5'd right on his head and Brock Lesnar retains the Universal Championship. You could just see that Brock is pissed off about the match and he's just angry and irritated. And there's this backstage part where Brock walks back with the title, just trucks it across the table at Vince, because you could tell that Brock, he was just pissed off. He didn't want to do it, and, I kind of don't blame him. It was said that Brock didn't want to do the match, but, Vince is his boss, so he went through and did it, but, yeah, it was kind of a disaster of a match. Fortunately, a few WrestleManias later, they were able to make it much better. But, yeah, overall, I wouldn't say that match was overall that good for really anybody. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you haven't checked out any of these other WrestleMania Countdown videos, go ahead and check them out. And I will see you in the next video, where we will be reviewing WrestleMania 35.